Arun, can you now introduce yourself?
Myself, Arun Kumar. So I am having total 10 years of experience in static. I have one doubt.
Yeah.
There is I heard that when the column fails in the deflection, there
Mm-hmm.
is some provision for column that we can externally provide some guide support to the columns.
Mm-hmm.
So, and which softwares is better to design? Means where we need to put a guide support for the columns. Okay, and what are the parameters we need to check while doing calculations for the guide support to the column, and what effect will take place in our PV light calculation? That is my question.
No, actually,
If you are,
yeah, yeah.
yes, yes,
So
please.
if you don't have any guide support, it will act as it's like a cantilever, cantilever, right? So deflection will
Correct.
be high. So to control that, they will introduce some intermediate supports. So which they will take from the available, structure. So in that way, you can control the deflection because now it's a combination of simply supported and fixed support combination. So the best approach is to do it using StatPro.
Okay. So
Yes.
for StatPro, what are the parameters we need to give to the structural engineer for that?
So you need to provide all the shear loads for wind and seismic, and of course self height.
Means it in StatPro it's considered as a structure, and that
Yes.
structure they are providing some supports. Accordingly,
Yeah.
they are designing that one. They are not considering
Correct.
it is as a column. They are considering it as a structure for their
Yes.
structure design.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a structural. Basically, it checks for. It considers it like a beam, and with simply supported. Simply it is simply supported at wherever you provide the guide supports, and it will consider the fixed support at the bottom. So those conditions you need to give it in StatPro and it will analyze. You can do it manually also, but it's bit difficult. People used to do manually, but now I think nobody's doing that.
Difficult means actually it's not authentical. We can they say that okay,
Correct.
if software output
Yeah,
comes, it's better, and they believe
yes,
on that, and that StatPro it's
correct,
authorized
correct,
software,
exactly.
and they'll give the good answer or maybe the
So,
right. Okay.
so once we receive calculations from the structural engineer, so basically the structural engineer will give a distance where we need to provide a guide support. Correct?
No, actually, distance it's both decided by piping. All disciplines involved together.
No,
I mean,
actually, I think this location of guy supports means on the column we need to provide means static engineers or depending on piping and with discussion with that one where there is
yeah.
nothing is there near to CG normally we will provide that one, and
Okay.
and this will be analyzed by the this structure person whether it will be suitable that place and what is the size to be considered for that one, right, Ramakrishna?
Okay.
Yeah, correct. Let me share that. I think let me show an example. Once again. Yeah, hope my screen is visible.
Yes. Yes.
So this is a column where it is. It is on a flange and a vessel, and above that there is an heat exchanger. So you don't. Actually, you don't have any other support. So there, you see this guide trunnions. So these are the supports. Yeah, these supports, and it was analyzed in StatPerson by modeling like this. You see,
Mm-hmm. Got
yeah,
it.
yeah. And for this, he will define the self weight. What they will do? They will take the operating weight and they will divide it by length, and they will
UDL.
UDL do it, and you will get these loads. So these reactions at various nodes you will get it. So those will be further taken up. This is how they do it.
Okay, so as an input, we need to share, give them a moment and
Yes.
share
Yes.
codes. Okay.
Yeah, even actually civil engineer can himself can design better than us.
Acha,
Because
okay.
because he know all the standards and all. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay.
So, okay, Arun, I think you got your answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Any more? Any further? Any issues you want to discuss?
I have
Yeah.
some issues. So for the sour service, generally we know we do the NACE certification as per NACE MR0103 or what is the other one?
175.
0117.
Yeah.
171.
175. Yeah.
So actually, it was not clearly stated in which case we need to do the HSE testing. I think, as far as I know, it will be generally given by licensor, based on his past experience. So anybody can, give more insight on that. In which case HIC falls for HSE testing.
Anshu or Arun want to answer?
Because I don't have an idea of that.
Anshu, you want to because you want to enter in the material and that one you want to answer.
Yes. Actually, I've just recently studied the NACE requirement. In your case, it's a petrochemical or a refinery one, and oil and gas
No,
other part of it.
no. The current project is petrochemical, so here no requirement of NACE at all. So I mean, so this is out of my academic interest.
Okay, so it's a sour service, and
Yes, it's a sour service, but
and in
I mean,
MR.
MR0103. Yeah.
Yes. So in material requisition, customer has not provided anything.
No. My question is, I gone through this NACE MR0103 or what is the other one? 01?
Meeting.
105.
Yeah, 175. So in that, there is a requirement of it should be normalized and the hardness should be restricted to so and so value, and the composition has to be, it has to be like this, etc. Carbon equivalent, etc. But they don't say exactly whether HAC is required or not. HAC testing I'm talking about. Yeah, that you have any experience, or you decided on your own, or it is by specification by client?
Actually,
No, actually,
yeah, it's HSC requirement and that one it comes from client only.
That is licensor.
Yeah, licensor and that one.
Yeah.
So it's
and
not mentioned in the means compulsory you have to do or not in the any of the NACE specification 175 or that one whatever we refers. They are not mentioned anything in that one. So it's
I think this is just based on past experience.
past experience. Also,
Yes.
there is there is a severity, they use the particular equipment and that one. There is some critical rating for critical equipments and that one.
Critical clearance.
Yeah, critical rating.
Yeah.
So depending on that one, they will consider that this to be NACE to be verified and NACE to be tested and that one like that.
No. I'm not talking about NACE alone. NACE generally don't give anything. I'm talking about particularly HIC testing.
HIC testing. That's it depends on the severity of that one, because if this equipment fails in particular with that one, that area or that one, so what effects or what may occur. So accordingly they will classify these equipments whether it to be
So I think mostly it should come from the licensor.
Yeah, licensor. It comes from licensor.
We don't decide, but for the NACE, I think it's given. We have to follow that composition etc.
yes, in NACE you will only find the how to avoid HIC.
Yeah. Yes.
And if it's a SaaS service, you have to follow NACE, and do the heat treatment and all that procedure as per
Correct.
this.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And after that testing, I don't think there is no clause for that in NACE. It's
Yeah,
only
it's not that. It's not that correct. Actually, I mean, it tells somewhere they mention. I mean, it's based on experience also. I mean, you have to ensure based on your past experience, you have to ensure
okay.
that this will not fail for the adverse induced cracking. Yeah.
And if it is from some acid usage and the content inside also, if there is some acids and
Yeah.
that one, for that one also we have to verify that one,
Okay.
whether we have to
Okay.
do or
Okay.
not.
For the acid service also. Okay.
Okay. Anything more? Any more issues you want to discuss? Ramakrishna, Arun, or Anshul?
Clear from my side right now.
Now, Anshul, actually, can you show some, how a cryogenic vessel looks like? Because I have never seen it. Just
I wish I could. Actually, we were not allowed phones in the company, so yes, not have anything related to the
Okay.
cryogenic sectors.
I think I have one tank,
Yeah.
cryogenic tank. 1 minute, I will try to share.
I can explain on the part of the attachment of outer vessel to inner vessel. Actually, that is one of the most critical aspect of cryogenic vessel. How you are going to attach inner to the outer vessel.
Hmm.
See, you have to avoid conduction and convection, and for that, to avoid conduction, you have to minimize the contact between your metals. So you can't even use much more metal to provide the support. Plus, as I've said, heat, heat leak will always be there, no matter how much insulation or vacuum you do.
Correct. Yeah.
Over the life cycle, there will be heat leak. So, to provide
And how are going to do the welding for the inner vessel to outer vessel?
yes, I'll explain on that. For that, we have to also provide support which acts as a guide also. See, one side will,
Okay.
because of the deflection, it will try to elongate thermally. So we have to provide the guide support. So what we do is generally we create the half bottom of the outer vessel, and there is a docking mechanism. So in our company, we used to dock the piece of the equipment, and inner vessel first of all was connected to the dish and hollow portion, the cutout piece of the dish and of outer vessel that was attached to the guide support or tune-in type arrangement with a material. A material was also cushioned in between them to avoid the thermal conductivity. It was a graphite, G5 material, kind of a graphite kind of a material that has a low thermal conductivity. So we used to dock the material. You used to dock the inner vessel in the half semi-finished outer vessel and do the welding of the cut out portion of the dish and of the outer vessel, and then we used to put the top portion of the outer vessel. It's kind of a difficult arrangement. If you have not seen physically, you
Yes.
kind of not imagine
Yeah.
what I'm talking. Yeah.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I could a bit understood the concept.
Yes.
So this Anshul, is it correct one? Which I have some this one.
This is actually tanks.
Yeah.
So API tank kind of design.
It's
Yes.
Can
cryogenic
you
double
zoom it, sir, a little bit? Yeah. Okay. So that bottom hatching is the foundation.
Yeah, bottom is foundation. Actually, this is a double wall is there.
Okay. And we have a bottom plate. I mean, it is just a representation. So there will be a bottom plate.
Yeah, one more minute. One more. Its complete erection also is there. So I will share that
Yeah.
one. How it will be erected. This one is there.
Okay.
So in this one, this is erection, how it erected. First one, then second one tank, and then this added, then second wall, then top. These bricks are there. This type it comes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Seems. I mean, we understood a bit, but yes, we need to study a little bit in depth.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
two walls are there. One inside and
Yeah.
outside, like that. Walls are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, cryogenic equipment are being used in every industry. Even oil and gas welding has to be done using argon.
Oh,
So
okay.
there are some just have a storage tank for that. Some generally gas the Teva tank, the small high pressure vessel.
Okay.
Yes, but the main thing of cryogenic vessel, the purpose of cryogenic is to transport the liquid at its, I guess, compressed.
Okay. Okay.
See, the transferring gas is very much costly compared to transferring liquid, and because the density difference in fluid is of about, I guess, more than 200 times.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
That saves the cost. So main purpose is transporting the equipment. So transportation vessels are designed in cryogenic industry also.
Okay.
So your vessel also like this because whatever I am now sharing this one is this correct one.
These are the API tanks. So
These are
in
cryogenic tanks,
India,
LNG.
yes, in India they've just been recently. I won't say recently, but they've started in being constructed in past 1 or 2 years only.
Mm-hmm.
In majority of them, generally either they were outsourced to China or other Asian company.
So yours is not Indian. You are doing outside one.
No, my company was Indian, and it started this API tank development recently on a full scale.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. Prior to that, actually, in cryogenic sector, China, Korea, and America, and India. These four are the leading countries that are driving it. In America, you may or may not have heard of Chart. It's the world's largest cryogenic manufacturer. They have done things back in 80s that are being implemented right now in India and other part of the world.
okay.
Yes.
So basically, it's a two walls one, and one there is a external, one is internal, and in between there is a gap, and maybe there you are saying
Yes.
that vacuum is there, and there are some insulation support. Insulations are provided to avoid that
Yes.
one, to heat leakage and that one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Basics.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone designed the transportation vessels? Just transportation vessels.
Yeah. What actually you want to know in that one?
Actually, it's. It will be combination of static and dynamic loads. No? So how they will take the allowables? I just want to understand the process.
Actually, for transportation vessel, ASME has a separate code in that they requires an FEA to be done for the dynamic loading, and
Okay.
in that dynamic loading, you have to provide cycle to incorporate all the mechanical load that will your equipment will experience, and these mechanical load includes the pump, uh, the vehicle will experience on the road, the you know gata and all that.
Okay.
But prior to that, there was a EN code for just for cryogenic transportation vessel. They have very clear cut solution. Just design the vessel like this, provide the 2G loading in all the direction, and check vessel is okay for 2G loading, and in some cases even 3G loading in severity, and that's it. But ASME section 12, yes, section 12, I guess it's very much a stringent
Oh,
requirement.
ASME section 12. Yeah.
Section 12.
Yeah.
But recently, I think they already included this transported vessel in PVLite, no? You can analyze the transported vessels in PVLite as well.
Okay.
Those are the loads.
The
Those
code
are
is
the
not.
loads we can.
Yes.
Yes, Arun?
Yeah, means those are the loads. Means while transportation, if we need to design some saddles or
Yes. Yes.
saddles,
Yes.
so those loads we can give it in the PV line. But in PV line, they have not introduced this design of
Section 12
transportation vessels.
Yes, Section 12 is not introduced in PV Lite. The transportation loading conditions have been introduced.
Yeah,
Like if you have
I
to
think in the recent version they have added this transportation analysis. I think they given one.
yes, yes, that is only analysis, but that analysis will also be performed using Division 1 or Division 2 only.
Correct.
Section 12.
Maybe they will take they will take higher allowable stress. Maybe they will take up to 90% yield. Maybe. In PVL.
Yes. Even in my previous company, they just created a dummy vessel for the Section 12 because of the requirement of the Korean KGS, Korean Gas Service Organization.
Okay.
Because prior to that they were using EN code, but after certain implementation of 2021 requirement of certified engineers, their confidence on ASME has increased drastically.
The increase drastically means what? The stresses or what the increase?
The confidence of the KGS.
Now they are trusting ASME codes, so that's what.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So as
prior
per
to that,
yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, you can do.
Yes, in one of our meeting for KGSC audit, the manager of the Korean Gas Organization asked us if we are following the newly added certified engineer criteria, and when we said yes, he just accepted all the document on that.
Now I think in the current standard, some relaxation has been given for the certified engineer. I think suppose means our company can outsource the design part like that. Is it correct?
Yes, actually in 21 there was also some relaxation. They provided that a company themselves can create a certified engineer with less than 4 year experience. They just have to take the test, and these tests should be accepted by the AI. And that's not too hard for a company to do if they are in an emergency or persons to design the equipment.
Okay.
But the process is tricky. You know how when the certified engineer came, they all have to tally all the records of equipment they have designed, including wind analysis the person have done, seismic have done. The worst part only is FEA, because in many companies you won't find FEA specialist in pressure vessel division. So having certified engineer of that is difficult. So that is why they provided in 2023 to outsource it.
Actually, this certification is required only for manufacturers or for any.
It is actually not just a certificate. It's engineer should have enough qualification to design the vessel. It's for design engineer.
Okay.
Not
so how? It can be the company has to approach it, or individual also can approach it. How it is?
No, actually, it is per company wise. Whenever ASME audit will happen, they will have to provide all the data of the engineers that were available in that period of time since the previous audit, and all data should be provided of whatever type of equipment a single person have designed, whether or not they have worked on wind analysis, seismic analysis, FEA, all this data, and only then they are qualified for the next 2 years to design the vessels.
Okay, suppose if the person leave the company, then whether he can, whether that certification on his name is valid, or again the new company has to obtain a new certificate.
For that, if the person has left, the company can show the vessel that he has designed and his qualification. But
It's a new process. Huh?
yes, for next person it will be new, and for the new company that you have joined, they have to do again for you.
Means who are the available at that particular time on that company,
Yes.
that person
Yes.
is valid, right?
That person is the main criteria
Yeah,
of
authorized.
certification.
Yeah, he is the person need to be authorized. But
Yeah.
the time period on that one, because after you on that one, if he left in between, means when get approved and then he left that one, then how it will be?
Then it doesn't matter to the company can't use him, so his record will be there for the record purpose that if he designed one vessel, for example, prior to leaving the company, so the record will be there that the vessel was designed by him up to this date, and he was qualified for that.
Oh, means
After
after
that,
after documentation, if he left, then there is no issue. But till completion of documents, he should be there, right?
there should not be a sign of him after leaving the company.
Okay. There is no signature is required anyway, right?
Yes. Prior to that, you can. Some people whose system is not online
Mm-hmm.
So
try
I
to
mean,
do updating on that.
all this is will be mandatory only if it is a stamping required. Otherwise, no.
Yes. Yeah. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, it's a very complex process.
So
Actually, for stamping purposes, this certification is applicable for the vessel you have designed that is not stamped, or that is not even ASME. EN coded vessel can also be added for certification purposes.
okay, okay.
It should be just vessel design, irrespective of code. So,
No, but
there is a
how EN code it will be C, no, C marking, no. So that is different. I mean, not ASME.
no. The criteria is for ASME, 4 years is required for experience to design a vessel as a certified engineer.
Okay.
Now you can't have 4 years of experience without designing the vessel.
Correct.
So you can use other codes to design.
Oh, okay,
ASME.
okay. For the qualification, okay.
Yes. Only qualification purpose.
So basically, you need to give all the you need to give the drawings of the previous equipments he designed, or the I mean or, okay, list. I mean only a list.
The AI will check.
Okay, we'll review and make a.
He'll just pinpoint one location. Yes, yes.
Interview you, and then he
Yes.
will. Yeah, okay.
Randomly select the one job and check that job.
Okay.
He can do. Yes.
Means even if he work in some other codes, but he has to be experienced in the equipment designing of this one, and
Yes. He should have exposure to the pressure vessel design.
okay, even any code is okay to them.
Any code is okay.
But at least 4 years he should be worked on these equipments.
Yes.
So I mean, in India we don't have this most of the requirements, so we don't have this minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, in my previous company, we did that. That is why I have so much info on that, because it was very critical for us. Many people left the organization, so we were in jeopardy to.
Okay, on the spot.
You won't
when
believe
they-
that.
Yeah.
Yes. After the 2021 requirement of the ASME came, and it was become mandatory from 1 January 2021. 2022, sorry. 1 January 2022. Yes, 2. So many people have left the organization. Experienced person, huh?
Means they got some good offer or what? Means, why?
Offer. Actually, the demand kind of increased for experienced persons.
Okay. Better option they got.
Yeah,
Better option. You can always go for better option. In my company, only 20 people have left in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. It's static only.
In static only.
Oh. How many are there in static in your company? Previously.
Previously, there were 60 people, 20 draftsmen, 40 design engineers.
Means design engineers are more than draftsmen.
Yes, a single design engineer. Drawing was standardized, so there was not an issue of having more draftsmen.
Because normally design engineer means in our experience, the design engineer one there are 4 draftsmen are there under him and he is handling them like
Yes,
that.
in that case, no, design are always different. In our case, design was consistent.
Uh-huh.
The only the length will change, only the width will change, design data will change. So for that requirement, there was not much of a need for that many draftsmen.
Maybe standard models, yeah. I mean,
Yes, standard models.
it's like
Because,
a product based.
Yes, as I said, there are guide supports inside the equipment, and those guide support always have to be FE analyzed.
Yeah.
You can't just equip the vessel with that. So now you can't FE all the models you get. So we generally used to do the FE of the largest one and use that as a justification for the lower one, and there was always mechanical calculation to back it up also.
You also
Yeah,
used to do FE also?
No, I have not done FEA. Just check the reports. FEA engineers are different with different qualifications.
But your company used to do FE also?
Yes,
Okay.
a company used to do CFD also.
Okay. Anything more?
I have one.
Yeah, tell me.
Actually, I think I remember in 2015 also, ASME said that this ASME section and division is, a bit conservative. So to
Yeah.
compete with the European courts, they made a, some kind of publication that they are going to merge ASME section at Division 1 and Division 2. So, but it never happened. So, anybody know about this? In 2015 or 2014, they said that they are going to merge the both.
I'm sure around.
But it actually not happened.
I don't know. I mean, there's not even any space in Division 1 to incorporate Division 2.
No, but I didn't have a.
Yeah, actually,
the wordings of the code. The wordings of the code, because it is quite confusing. Means once we need to refer to so and so section clause, then again from there we need to go to some other clause like that. So instead of that, so some simple English will be introduced in the code like that. It was said. So, but still it's not implemented.
No, it is not that. They said that they are going to merge both this Division 1 and Division 2 and make
I don't think that's happening.
Yes,
that has not happened. I think it's already 10 years.
As you have seen in the 2023 edition, they have moved the UHX to the Division 2.
Division 2, right? Yes.
Actually,
so why do the time to change one from another when you are going to merge the both? So
only the design part has been moved to Division 2, but the allowables and everything, it will be as per the Division 1 itself, right?
So, actually, I read it somewhere. It was because in past it was used to be UHX was used to be non-mandatory requirement as long as TEMA was mandatory, and after so much addition in the UHX happened that they had to make it mandatory and TEMA became non-mandatory, but there was no space for UHX to be put in anything. It couldn't be a part of UG, it couldn't be a part of UW subsection 2, so they had to put it in subsection C, but subsection C is material requirement, so then there was a conflict, so they decided to put it in Division 2 now, the design part of the UHX.
So, but I think, if you are doing with Division 1, as Arun said, you need to take the allowable stresses for Division 1 only.
Yes.
Yeah.
But actually, what I heard is that they want to make Division 2 and Division 3 more user friendly. Means usable rather than the Division 1. Because Division 1, if you see in 2023, whatever the updates in that one, they are not made much changes or much update in Division 1. But Division 2 and Division 3, they made many changes in that one. And
actually, Division 1 is quite beautiful.
Yeah, they kept as it is, and they want to be means user to use more in Division 2 and Division 3. Means user friendly, they want to make that Division 2 and Division 3. So like that they are moving.
Yeah, in Division 2, they made, I think they introduced the classes, two classes, class 1, class 2,
Yeah,
to make it, I mean, somewhat close to Division 1
yeah,
for the
they
class.
yeah they want to reduce the usage of division 1 because maximums are uses division 1 only, and division 2 and division 3 normally who require the material to be weight of the material to reduce, and that one in that case they go for division 2 and division 3
Yeah, yeah.
like that. So but their intention to use division 2 and division 3 more. But I didn't heard that the merging of this division 1 and 2, and that I didn't heard that one.
Yeah, actually, there was, I mean, when I was in 2014 or 2013, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Our third party inspector used to send us the updates.
Okay.
So from that, I mean, they mentioned they want to do merge it because European codes are much economical compared to ASME section at Division 1.
Yeah, division 1. That's why they want to division 1 to they want to shift to division 2 to us.
Okay.
So that's why they are trying much betterment in the division 2 and division 3. So
Division
that
Maybe after some time they will discontinue Division 1. Maybe.
yeah, and continue
Not-
with the division
not
2 only
Division 2.
like that.
And give a new name.
Yeah.
Division 3, I don't think many manufacturer will adopt.
No, Division 3 is for very high pressures, no? I mean,
Yes, but plus, most manufacturers don't want to, do audit of 1, do audit of Division 2, then Division 3. It will become a lot affected. I had a job of 1,000 baht.
Okay.
It was a tubular construction. So, the tube body was only 19 mm. And there was supposed to be a hydrogen inside it at 1,000 baht. So
yeah, no, for that you need not go for Division 3. You can do with the Division 1 itself.
Yes, we used the Division 1 on that. But the thickness for Division 1 that was coming was higher than the OD. So my ID was in negative.
Okay.
We had to use Division 2. Because Division 3 client just outright said no. Even on Division 2 they said we don't want to use Division 2. So we had to go from Division 1, then mandatory appendix, U to G, and then use the formula of the Division 2.
No, that there's a court case for that.
It has been added in the mandatory appendix now. The court case?
2062, I think, so court case. I also used this once for the miniature reactor. The formula I have been using from the section 1 also. That is actually mandatory 46, right? Earlier it was mandatory 46. After it has been correct.
Yes.
Now it has been included in the this thing, section 8 division 1 only right now.
Yes. Earlier, yes. The court case has been added in the mandatory appendix 46.
Yes.
So by using that one, you just used division 2.
Yes, the formula of Division 2. But even that, if you see now, Division 2 formula and Division 1 mandatory appendix 1 formula, they are same.
Then you are again on that case your OD become more than ID. I mean, how it is?
No, it doesn't become more than. Actually, if you refer to Division mandatory appendix 1 formula, it's just a minute. For the case when thickness is more than 1/2 the radius. Thickness is more than 1/2 the radius.
Okay.
Then you can use. Then the formula that is present in Division 2 is same that is present in Division 1.
Okay.
But the allowables should be used from the division 1 itself, I think, right?
Yes. Even if you use mandatory appendix 46, you have to use allowable joint efficiency as per mandatory appendix 1.
Mandatory appendix. But along with this, I think there is some NDT requirements are also there for the test specimens from the raw material we need to take it. For the forging
NDT requirement on that one, for that one, it's section 9 or
Yeah.
5 we can use.
No, but in particularly for in mandatory for in appendix 46, they were specified when there's some additional NDT checking to be done for that while using this mandatory appendix 46. Well, it was long ago I performed this thing. I didn't remember much right now.
Okay. Means additionally NDT need to be performed if we use this mandatory appendix, right?
Correct. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Division 2 entity.
Division to NDT. Okay. Okay. Anything more?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you all.
Good night.
Have a nice day. Have a nice
day.
one.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.